This is Devil's Glen near Collingwood, Ontario, where tomorrow we'll see the 4th Bee Hive Giant Slalom, the great Canadian ski classic. Devil's Glen is unique, set in a sheltered pocket that is surrounded by superb ski slopes. Spectators can see to the top of almost all the hills from the clubhouse. The waterfall course that will be used for tomorrow's great competition is steep, varied, and interesting. It will provide a real test for the top field of international professional ski racers. They will be competing for trophies and $5,000 in cash. And here is Wade Hampton to interview one of the international racers.
I'm speaking at the bottom of the mountain to Ernst Hinterseer, one of the all-time great Austrians. Ernst, where is home for you in Austria?
My home is Kitzbühel.
Tell me, it seems to me that virtually all of the great Austrians that are racing here for IPSRA come from Kitzbühel.
That's right, yeah. Andal, Christian, Piers Leitner, and myself comes all from Kitzbühel.
Ernst, why are so many great Austrians from Kitzbühel?
Yeah, that's not so easy. For say we have big mountains there, and there was a good team for 10 years, and they train all day hard. It was a good team.
Do you find that the associationship with other great racers helps you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's for sure, yeah.
Is the attitude of the young men and the boys in Kitzbühel one of great seriousness towards skiing?
No, I'm sorry. We have not one boy in the team now.
No, is that right?
That's too bad, yeah.
It is sad. However, I'm sure that when you go back to Kitzbühel, you've won a great number of races here in Canada and in the United States. Last year, you were the big winner in the Bee Hive Giant Slalom.
Yeah.
How have you done this year?
I hope so. I've been...
No, you hope tomorrow you'll win.
I saw before. Oh, it was not bad. I have 2 firsts, 3 seconds, and 2 thirds.
That's out of 6 races.
Yeah,
that's very
right,
good.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you do with all the money you're winning?
Yeah, I'm building a hotel the last 2 years in Kitzbühel over there. And I must win a lot of money.
How many people can you accommodate in your hotel?
35.
35.
Yeah.
And while you're away from home, who's running it for you?
In my house?
Yes.
My wife.
Your
I'm
wife?
married.
And you have children?
One boy.
How old is he?
22 months old.
Is he skiing yet?
My wife, I called my wife last night, and he said he goes skiing a little bit now.
Oh, marvelous. Now, tomorrow, it's going to be a tight competition because there are...
That's right, yeah. It's a hard training tomorrow. Hard race.
A very hard race.
Yeah.
What technique do most of the giant slalom racers use that helps them more than anything else?
Yeah, you must find a very short way and in the fall line.
What about the step turn that so many of you, particularly from Kitzbühel, are using now?
That's right. That's come from Kitzbühel, the step turn.
Yes.
When a gate, a very long gate, and it's a bit higher, then you must step up and then have more speed at the next gate.
Wonderful.
That's very important.
Yes. Well, Ernst, we wish you all sorts of good luck tomorrow, and we hope that after the race we can shake your hands and say congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I
you,
hope so
Ernst.
too.
Now, up on the hill, competitors are practicing. Canadian Olympian Lorne O'Connor warms up with the slalom step. And here is Olympic champion Ernst Hinterseer, winner of last year's Bee Hive Giant Slalom, also practicing the difficult slalom step, an essential maneuver in top competition, first in slow motion and now in frozen frame. The slalom step gives the competitor additional height on the traverse before making the turn and a better approach to the gates for added speed. Course setter Red McConville has finished placing the gates, and it's tested first by his young son, Peter.
I'm standing here with Andril Motorer, the Blitz from Kitz. Andril Motorer of Kitzbühel. Andril, welcome.
Thank you.
Andril, you've done very well this year, I hear. How many races have you won?
So far I have won 3 races. The first one in Vail, Colorado. I won the slalom and giant slalom. And the second one was in Pine Up, Michigan, a night slalom.
This sounds like you are probably leading the pack this year.
So far, yes.
Tell me, where are you teaching now?
Aspen, Colorado.
And what do you do in the summer?
In the summertime I have a racing school up in Monthood for 1 month.
Mount Hood, Oregon?
Yes, 8th of June and ends the 10th of July.
And are most of these pupils there racers, are they?
Well, the young guys, young kids up there, it's 3-4 years old. The one, it's 45 too.
My God.
So,
well, tell me, when you're teaching these younger people, what type of things do you put the accent on?
the accent, well, of Austrian accent.
Very good. In the skiing technique, what do you find is most important with the younger skier?
The most important thing, well, to ski a lot, that's the most important thing, really.
You find that most of them have put too much accent on fall line, wiggling skiing?
I think so. I think they should shoot more and get more confidence of skiing, really, not too much. The beginning, they should not do too much slalom, I don't think so. Only free skiing a lot.
What about well-rounded turns and
That's
technique?
very important, too.
And you feel that this is one of the big lacks in North America?
Well, they have very good skiers over here already, so it's very hard to say. But the guys in the summer, they can improve a lot already if they come up to Mount Hood, you know.
What do you think would have happened if some of the Olympic gold medalists had arrived here for this race?
Well, it's hard to say, but I don't think they have too much chance, really, because they used in a longer slalom.
Yes.
And we used already in that sprint slalom, in that short one, about 30, 40 seconds. I don't think they had too much chance because we tried it out already with Heers Leitner in Boston Hill. He was smiling before the race, but after the race he didn't smile too much anymore because he was behind 2.5 seconds.
And that was a short slalom.
That was a short slalom. Yeah.
How do you think you're going to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow, well, it's hard to say. I try my best. You know, you never can tell how you do, really. They all ski so well, so it's hard to say, really.
Yes. You feel well?
I feel very good, yes.
Tell me, do you spend much time training?
I think I train more now than before. That I was in the Olympics before. I exercise almost every morning, and so that's what I have not done before.
But isn't this difficult to stay in condition while you're on this professional tour, going from place to place and traveling most of the time?
Well, you have time. You have still time to exercise, you know, and,
Yes.
and to practice slalom. We do a lot of practice.
Well, we'll be looking for you tomorrow, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andro Molterer.
Up on Inferno Trail, Andreas Ruby warms up over the bumps and moguls for tomorrow's race. Ruby is racing as a Canadian, but he was Swiss giant slalom champion and is a leading contender. He could well take top Canadian prize money as well. The traveling pros are a magnet to all youngsters. Austrian ace Pepe Gramshammer takes time out to play with a group of aspiring young racers. And here's a group that'll be cheering for you tomorrow, Pepe.
I have with me Miss Jillian Elmott of North Bay, Ontario, who has been named Miss Bee Hive for 1964. Jillian, I can tell you that they had her choice of Miss Bee Hive, because not only is Jillian, as you can see, a most beautiful young lady, but she is also a great skier. Jillian, tell us about some of your skiing.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say I was a great skier. I started skiing 5 years ago, and my father's a ski instructor, so we have skiing in the family, and I took to it quite easily.
I detect an English accent.
Well, I've been here for 15 years from England, so I think I've lost my accent mostly.
Jillian, you say you were a teacher.
Yes.
Where have you taught?
Well, I taught last year for Real Charette at Grey Rocks Inn and part of the season at the Tremblant Club.
Marvelous. Tell me, Jillian, have you any favorites in tomorrow's race?
Yes, I do. I think Molterer, he's one of my favorites.
I think you like blondes.
Yes, I do. He's a very pretty skier. He sort of bounces all over the hill, and it's exciting to watch him ski.
It is. Jillian, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have Lauren Gray with me, Vice President of the St. Lawrence Starch Company, sponsors of the Bee Hive Giant Slalom. Lauren, this is the fourth Bee Hive Giant Slalom. What benefits do you feel that this has created for Canadian skiers?
I think it gives them something to aim for, in that once they have won all their amateur races, including possibly the Olympics, they can go on in the professional field, not only instructing at various resorts, but racing in the various professional races and make a reasonable living.
certainly you have provided some of the greatest prizes that the professionals have had to shoot for. What is the list of prizes they're shooting for tomorrow, Lauren?
Well, our first prize is $2,000. The second prize is $1,000. It goes down to $100 for the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, so that the first 10 people to compete, finish the race, do get into the cash bracket.
Lauren, very interesting. I know that this race would be of interest to all and those that compete in it, even without the prizes. But this meet tomorrow will be one of great excitement. And I guess that both of us will be standing at the finish line watching with great interest.
We certainly will.
Thank you, Lauren.
The day of the race. Last-minute preparations are attended to. The day is cold, partially overcast. Ski conditions, fast and excellent. Andreas Ruby has drawn first starting position. Who tied this knot, says Adrian Duvillard of Friends. Further up on the hill, top-rated Austrians Christian Pravda and Andrel Molterer pick their line. Ernst Hinterseer climbs alone in deep concentration. Pepe Gramshammer commits each tricky combination to memory. If somebody doesn't help me on with my skis, I'll miss my starting position. A sense of expectancy settles over the hill as the crowd assembles at the sides of the waterfall run to watch the world's greatest ski racers. It is starting time, and forerunner Red McConville ready to leave the starting gate. McConville, formerly one of Canada's top racing pros, finds his own course difficult and has trouble holding a good line. He's down. The course he set has tight combinations on the upper pitches and becomes more fluid and rhythmical towards the finish. And now on the starting gate, Swiss champion Andreas Ruby. He's off. And he's down. Ruby's chances of winning top money have virtually vanished. Even one small mistake in this international field is fatal. With nothing to lose, he's gone into high gear. His time, 50.1 seconds, a fast time considering his fall. Here is 28-year-old Hayes Leitner, just arrived from the 1964 Austrian Olympic team. In a few moments, we'll have the answer. Can a current top Olympian win against the established pros? .8 seconds, a fast time to compete against. Third in the running order, Heli Schaller, a three-time winner in the Austrian National Championships and winner of the second Bee Hive Giant Slalom. 45.7, 9/10 of a second slower than Leitner. Andrew Moulterer, the Blitz from Kitts, a pre-race favorite, is really keyed up. He's in trouble, and he's skidding below the gate. Moulterer was going too fast. He threw in a hard check, and then had to leap to recover. Now, skiing hard to make up for lost time, the spirited Austrian is out to prove that he could have been a winner. Watch these good examples of the slalom step between the open gates. Time, 53.4 seconds. Disappointing, and still leading Highest Leitner with a time of 44.8 seconds. Christian Pravda race, the veteran of this race, holder of both a silver and bronze medal in the 1952 Olympics, and 3 times winner of one of North America's most sought-after trophies, the Harriman Cup. Pravda pushes out of the starting gate in that almost effortless style that has dominated so many ski races in the past. .3. Pravda now leads Leitner by half a second. The crowd waits expectantly as the French ace, Adrien Duvillard, waits his turn at the top of the mountain. Duvillard was French national champion in 1961 and was a member of the French FIS and Olympic teams from 1953 to 1962. He brings to North America the traditional rivalry between the French and the Austrian ski racers. .3 seconds. You would never have known by his time that Duvillard had trouble with his glasses fogging. He now leads the race by 7/10 of a second. And here is Pepe Gramshammer from Innsbruck, winner of all major European competitions and one of the top money winners on the pro circuit. A very smooth run. Time, 45 seconds even. 1.4 seconds off Duvillard's time. And now in the starting gate, Ernst Hinterseer, Olympic gold medalist, Austrian national champion, and defending champion of the Bee Hive Giant Slalom. This is the same hill at Devil's Glen that Hinterseer won on last year. Look at those beautiful examples of the slalom step. Hinterseer is going all out. .42.8. Hinterseer leads Duvillard of France by 0.8 of a second for the fastest run so far today. Carl Bircher, the youngest competitor on the pro circuit, won the New Zealand Combined Championship in 1960. He is considered one of the top exhibition skiers in the world. .46.4 seconds. Now on the course, Bill Preston of Canada, a ski teacher at Mount Snow, Vermont. .53.6 seconds. Followed closely by Oki O'Connor, Canadian Olympian and national team member. O'Connor is from Vancouver and teaches skiing in the Blue Mountains of Ontario. He is cheered mightily as he goes all out for top Canadian prize money. .47.9, best Canadian time in the first run. The competitors are readying for their second run, re-waxing skis, revising strategy. And here is Ernst Hinterseer of Austria, who is now leading with his time of 42.8. He is 0.8 of a second ahead of Adrien Duvillard of France, and closely followed by Christian Pravda, Hyas Leitner, and Pepe Gramshammer. The course is now clear, and Andreas Ruby leads off as first racer on the second run. Ruby and O'Connor are fighting it out for top Canadian money. The slow motion camera picks up Ruby on one of his bad days. .51.5 seconds. And now an opportunity. O'Connor warms up. He senses victory. He doesn't play it safe, but goes all out. .48.8 seconds and wins the Canadian prize money by 3.9 seconds over former Swiss champion Andreas Ruby. And now it's Heli Schaller. He hooks a flag. Schaller won the 1962 Bee Hive Giant Slalom when it was held in Quebec. His chances of repeating now, not good. .48.3 whole seconds behind the leader. Carl Bircher now up for the second run. Bircher placed 7th in the first run and now has a chance of taking Schaller, who was in 6th position at the end of the first run. 45 seconds even. Vircher's combined time places him ahead of Schaller's by 2.6 seconds. Now the big moment for Hinterseer, the leader of the first run. He is at a disadvantage because he runs before his closest competitors, Duvillard, Pravda, Leitner, and Gren. No choice. Cannot play it safe. He must take a fast line. Now, in slow motion, the very hazardous skates on the steep pitch. Hinterseer's great strength and sureness are most evident here. And it looks like another fast run for the great Olympic champion. His time, 43.2, half a second slower than his first run. Will this be good enough to win this fourth Bee Hive Giant Slalom, held here today at Devil's Glen, and repeat last year's victory? And ace, Pepe Gramshammer, who is 2 seconds behind Hinterseer in his first run. He'll have to turn it on. Again in slow motion, the difficulties encountered on this treacherous pitch are accentuated. Watch Gramshammer hold on these steep fall-away turns. Look for the extreme weight of the outside ski and the edge control amongst these top world professionals. .44 seconds even, 0.8 of a second behind Hinterseer, 3 seconds behind his total. Adrien Duvillard, one of the all-time great French racers, now holding second position at the end of his first run. Duvillard must better his first run by 1 1/3 seconds if he is to take the lead from Hinterseer. The French ace is formidable. Now watch his style. The supposed great differences between the French and the Austrian techniques are certainly not in evidence here. .43.8. Duvillard is almost 1.5 seconds behind in total time. Hinterseer retains the lead. Christian Pravda, at 37, one of the most effective competitors in the world, riding in third position. The old fox could still turn the tables. It was studies made over a dozen years ago of Pravda's successful and at that time revolutionary racing style that contributed greatly to the present-day world influencing Austrian ski technique. Watch the smooth knee action and the natural body stance that characterizes Pravda's incomparable style. .44.1, Hinterseer still in the lead. The high-strung Andrel Molterer, whose disappointing first run has put him out of contention, is out to show why he was a pre-race favorite. 64.8, and no one yet has beaten either of Hinterseer's runs. Here is Heisleitner, who ended in 4th spot in the first run, 2 seconds behind the leader. He is the last contender in the race. Leitner won a silver medal for slalom in the 1960 Olympics, right behind Hinterseer. In the Olympic trials of 1964, Leitner was the top-rated slalom contender. A disastrous fall in the 64 Olympic slalom put him out of contention. .9 seconds. Hinterseer is again the Bee Hive champion. The race is over. Trophies and the distribution of $5,000 in prizes. Lorne O'Connor wins top Canadian honors and places 8th overall. Christian Pravda is awarded 3rd prize by Lorne Gray and steals a kiss from Miss Bee Hive. Adrian Duvillard takes second money, placing 1 4/10 seconds behind the winner. Ernst Hinterseer of Kitzbühel, Austrian Olympic champion, and again winner of the Bee Hive Slalom.
For quick energy to win a race, try Bee Hive Golden Corn Syrup.